Okay. Love this rep. Great teaching here. What we're doing now is we're going to start inserting the H. We're going to start using the H in a mid-zone type of way to block 6-on-6. Now, because we're in a box play, as a play caller, you can no longer use this football player to block out here with a stalk and a stalk, or to block here with a stalk. All right. Because he's going to insert on one of these six players, or excuse me, one of these two inside linebackers, we can insert him on the front side and bend the offensive line back, or we can work the offensive line up and insert him on the backside backer, helping these two guys. When you're doing that, your perimeter tags have to change. You have to understand that. Again, belly position, because we have a box play, the quarterback can now half boot and show a play action pass right here, because we will run some deep crossers off of this action out of the belly and pistol as answer plays to this. In this particular case, we are looking at the triangle. We're freezing this play. And because of this movement on the freeze, we had the idea that these guys were going to drop in, he was going to center up, and that we wanted to run this football play weak, away from the extra half. All right, away from the triangle. That's how we identify the defense. Therefore, we called an insert lock play to get outside zone away from him, locking the tight end on the backside backer in this box play. All right. So we would still keep, for our Big O clients here, the front side of this is Steelers when they're working to the play side backer. But we would just make a lock call back here, allowing the H then to insert on the backside backer. Little fast on our push crack. Don't like what the X is doing in terms of understanding which way the triangle is spinning. Because the triangle's spinning, he can stay on a stalk. If this guy were fitting and the triangle's spinning the other way, that's when we want to push crack. Don't forget, push crack means push first. And in this case, we would want him to stalk. And if he did, we would have had a much bigger football play out here. And that corner ending up being a primary hitter right there. Love what's going on behind this thing. Again, because we're inserting, we're 6-on-6, we have to push crack the perimeter. The quarterback's boot is not as important. I would like him to set up now to show the downfield fake of a play action pass. Really good look right in here. I don't like the quarterback. Quarterback, slow down and set up. Slow down and set up. But this really helps when you can insert an H and not have to worry about getting those offensive linemen through. On the front side, again, we just had a front side ace call that we're trying to reach the 2-eye. But I love what our O-line coach is teaching here. If we are two-handed and can't get our head across, define it, guard or center. Define that cutback lane for that running back. If he can get it back one more spot right there, we got a big one. Or if we can get that stalk right there, we got a big one. But boy, I like the numbers of where we're attacking this defense. We're going away from where they're going in their spin, and we're getting the right type of angles in the box to get a big play. These are the type of things that really help a youthful team and an inexperienced offensive line. Running mid-zone, freezing the play, running it away from the extra hat, allowing them to have proper angles in here with different calls, in this case, the lock call with the tight end. Okay. And then likely my favorite rep. And this is where we're going to insert the tight end on the front side. So we got a bit of a change here. You now see an NFL team called the Lions. The Lions means load, and it's telling our offensive line now to work to the backside backer. And you get to work to the backside backer because we're going to insert on the front side backer. We're going to load the play side linebacker on Lions. So this would be a hot Lions call. Again, we're in a spread alignment here, just simply because we wanted to show that look. We're going to run an insert play. So we're going to change the name where we don't have to stretch to the front side, reading the end on Steelers. We get to load it back because we're going to insert, making this a box play. Again, something to note how we identify defense. These are the 4 down linemen every time. The boundary bandit away from the nickel spur in the triangle is 100% the 4th down lineman. So our offensive linemen know right now we can fan these two, and the H knows that that's the play side backer, and these 3 big guys can work back with any call they need. In this case, just zoning it will be good because of these angles. Again, this is a box play. We chose to tag a bubble on this, but because you're going to be big on big back there, you can run a slant if you feel like there's going to be added pressure in the core. With this particular shell, this cover 2 shell, this is a give read 100% of the way. Okay, let's look at the end zone copy. Give you a better peek at this 50 front. Okay, so in this case, these are the 4 down linemen. This is the play side linebacker responsible for this gap. This is the backside linebacker responsible for this gap. Okay? So we're going to block those human beings. This then becomes the extra read hat, whether it's the nickel spur or defensive end. In this case, the nickel spur. Okay, if this player walks out and rushes, we should fan that thing all the way back, right? The left guard and left tackles just sit and fan these two. Okay, that's the nickel spur out there. Okay, love what we're doing front side with our identification. Again, show it. Get that arm bar in there. Show it to them. You don't need vertical push on this play. And then insert the H. Boom. And now you got what you're looking for. We were very fortunate here that this guy played the quarterback, allowing us to get the give, because the quarterback is not going through a give-keep read on Lions. On Lions, he thinks it's a box play, and these 6 people are blocked. Okay, we have a bust by the left guard and left tackle right here. Nice football play right there, inserting the outside zone. Really good look at it from this end as well. Went with a freeze call there to try and help. Sit on it, left tackle. Sit on it, left guard. Nice read right there by the running back. Okay. And last but not least, one of my favorite play calls, Browns, not because they're my favorite NFL team, being an old Ohio guy, but most importantly because it is an answer play to split zone. When you're running split zone, see this first as inside cut zone with a split zone. And you're running the cut zone to the right, and it's wanting to cut back, and the H-back's falling back behind. Okay? When the H-back's falling back behind and you see these linebackers fall back with him, making these vertical blocks more difficult to get off on. When you're seeing that, we call a play called Browns. Browns, again, is an NFL team. So hot Browns is going to be a mid-zone to the right. Cold Browns would be a mid-zone to the left for these knuckleheads. Bills, Lions, Steelers, we have them all. Different meanings, but at the end of the day, we're going to run mid-zone right or left off of all these NFL teams, trying to make it easy for those knuckleheads. Browns tells the H to block the backside end. So again, in this case where you're thinking you need to boot, you can basically fake half roll and set up. And I clearly did not coach that well enough because my guys aren't getting it done. But understand that that's what you can do from a backfield action standpoint when you're running a box play. Again, Browns is a code word for Steelers for these linemen. They're going to work their outside or mid-zone techniques on these 3 down linemen and these 2 linebackers. That's who these 5 are responsible for. But what we're going to do is we're going to insert the H this way to block that guy. The purpose, yes, helps him from running it down, and we can run a play action and all that stuff. But what it does is it holds these linebackers to allow now a mid zone to hit out here. And then you're rolling sevens when they decide to do one of these things with their rotation. Okay. So you're getting the rotation here. You're getting these guys held back because of the H. Understand, this is a box play, so we can tag a 3-step out here if we'd like, any type of route that you'd like. If you're getting some sort of rotation into it, you're going to have all 6 blocked. You can push the ball down the field a little bit. To this side, we got to get this guy again on a push crack. Hopefully he stays on his push, seeing rotation. But this is a great look at why you would want to call Browns, which again is a sucker play to help split zone versus fallback linebackers. You're just running the mid zone back here to the field, or excuse me, back into the boundary away from the H-back. Let's take a look at that. Look at those backside linebackers. See them hold? Look how easy it is for those guys. And then again, with that rotation, you're getting a really good look at going where they ain't. And all of a sudden, you get a big play. Let's look at it from the end zone. Okay, here again, you're going to see the rotation of the triangle. You're going to see the H-back working, which holds these 2 inside linebackers from scraping over the top, allowing us to get into this space, going where they're not. I love it. Love the numbers advantage we get from that, and the angles advantage the H is creating by holding those 2 linebackers. How easy it is for the right guard and center just to hold on to a 3 going to a 1. I mean, the guard's waiting on that backer to come out of that thing. Bang, there he goes. Got him. Need to be a little quicker with the backside guard and left tackle. I don't like what they've got some sort of lock call on there. That's not good. That's a bust. We need to get that guard through, or we need to make a Texas call and pull that tackle through. I don't like what's going on there with those 2 people. But again, having the sucker play the H and what it does to those play side linebackers, man, that's really good stuff. And if you're ever getting a team that might be rocking and rolling their safeties based on the H, if he stays home, we stay home. If he comes back, we roll. You're also going to get a really good gap right there to run into by going where they're not when you're looking at the numbers and angles of a football play.